Morning, gentlemen. Morning. Okay, so the show will be Leilun Nishmat Devorah Pege Bat Shemuel, Ora Devorah Bat Shemuel, Esther Rivka Bat Avraham, and Monica Bat Fanny Aleihem Shalom. Last week in Israel, there was the whole issue with Gaza, right? And there were unfortunately many couples that they had their weddings set up for that week. And because of the missiles, they had to cancel the wedding. They had to push it. The problem was that many of those couples, especially one couple that they had their wedding for a fixed day, and in that hall, they didn't have more free spots for next week. And it was a headache, to cancel the wedding and to say to everybody not to come. And, when they're going to find the wedding. Listen up, how special is Am Yisrael? There is one man that lives in Tel Aviv. This man wakes up in the morning and he hears how Gaza is sending missiles. And they said in the news about couples that are getting into troubles because they're not being allowed to get married. This man decided to reach up one of these couples, and he told them, "Listen, I cannot promise you the hall only for you, because I'm also booked, but maybe if you tell me yes, I can try to speak with one of the couples that are already getting married tonight, and you will do the wedding together." So what do you mean the wedding together? He says yes. Instead of having one hatan and one kala, two hatanim, two kalot. According to halakha, it's not good. Why not? So it's written that it's better and it's better not to. However, in such a situation, it's better that to push the wedding. According to the halakha, they asked the rabbi, and the rabbi said, fine. And the couple, they said, listen, we don't mind. We want to get married. For us, it's very nice, the whole wedding, but the main purpose is to get married. Now, the hard work is to ask from the other couple to accept it. They're paying the whole wedding. The other couple they just heard that. They said right away, we accept it. Yes, we want to have this couple enjoying together with us the wedding. They met before the wedding. They became friends, and Mamash was an unbelievable Kiddush Hashem. What happened that night? They have 300 people. They came from one side of the families, and another 300 from the other side. Was enough big the hall to have 700 people, around 700 people. Was a beautiful wedding. Beautiful wedding. He said that when they asked the guy the owner of the hall, how did you get that idea in your mind? He said, listen, sometimes you put your sechel away and you act only according to your heart. When you feel and you see that there are people that are suffering hazit, you don't deserve it, you say to yourself, you know what, I don't care about the money. He said, I had to pay extra from my own pocket for this couple. I didn't even tell them. Just to make them happy in the moments of sadness. Rabotai, this is Ashrecha Israel. This is something that only Am Yisrael happened by us. So why I told you this story? Because we have in the parasha a very strange scenario. We have Eliezer going and finding Rivka, right, the young girl for Yitzhak. And then the Torah tells us that they went into they were, how you call it, in the donkey, they were rochev, how you say rochev in English? Riding in the donkey, going back to where Yitzchak is. And then the Torah tells us that Rivka sees a man. Which man it was? Was Yitzchak. He was praying, right? He sees this man coming towards Eliezer, and she asks Eliezer, who is this man? And Eliezer says, this is the master. So it's the master, she fell. Right? Now, Rabbi, we have to understand what is this story. First of all, we're not talking about a story of love, that she got in love and she fell. That's not the point, obviously, not of the Torah. And more than that, why did the Torah have to tell me those details? For what? I mean, and if you look even more, the Pasuk writes, Mi'aish halazeh. Who is this man? It doesn't say Mi'aish hazeh. Mi'aish halazeh. What is that word halazeh? So I saw Hidush, very interesting. It says like this. Rivka, when she saw Yitzhak represents judgment, Gevurah. When Rivka saw Yitzhak, she was scared. She realized that the man that she's about to get married to is somebody that is only judgment. That's how it works with him. He's holding in a totally different level than anybody else. Halazeh means, who is the one that is standing in front of me that having those qualities? What was the answer of Eliezer? This is my master. Is Yitzhak his master? Abraham is the master, not Yitzhak. The answer is, Eliezer was answering to Rivka, telling her, you're right. Yitzhak is din. Yitzhak is judgment. But there is Abraham keneged. There is Abraham, the quality of Abraham that is chesed, that if you combine it together with din, you can have the best thing ever. Guess what? Rivka represents also rachamim, also mercy, and by having din and rachamim, they had their son Yaakov, that is called Tiferet. That according to the Kabbalah, Tiferet is a combination in between din and rachamim. That is the combination in between Yitzhak and Rivka. Beautiful idea. But say Chachamim, what are we learning from here? We learn that any type of judgment, doesn't matter what, a person can push it by doing chesed, by having mercy. Abraham had the power to push Yitzhak only because of the chesed that he does. Same thing in Rivka. Rabotai, how many times there are all type of decrees in this world, and we have no idea that throughout our chesed, we can change totally a decree. Totally. There was a case 4 years ago in France. A family from New York, Hasidic family, decided to go to the mountains in France. Why? This man owns a hotel, right, in France in one of the mountains. His business is 2 to 3 months per year. He's making a whole vacation package for religious Jews all around the world. This man have his hotel, and he had a partner in the past. They separate, and the partner also opened another hotel in the other side of France, in one of the mountains over there. To the friend of this fellow, one of those days, there is a man that comes up to the hotel. You know, a Hasid guy. You know the Hasid guy that unfortunately they have no money and somebody paid for them, and he smells not so comfortable, and it's not so nice to be next to this man, unfortunately. This man comes up to the first hotel and he says, listen, they already pay me the tickets and everything, and the hotel as well. I would like to be in this hotel. The owner of that hotel said, listen, if you're going to have this type of guest, it's going to ruin me all the... So I'm sorry, everything is booked. I have no place for you. I'm sorry. There is another hotel. Maybe you can try over there. Which other hotel? On the other side of France. He took up the train. He traveled all the way. He gets to this man. When he gets to this man, the answer of this man was the same answer as the first guy. I'm very sorry, booked, blah, blah, blah. The son of this fellow, the owner of the second hotel, tells his dad, Daddy, the son is 17 years old. Daddy, you know, poor guy. Somebody already paid for him. What are you going to send him now to another place? He's going to waste his time. It's hours traveling. The guy is here. Get him a room. He says, you know what? Yalla. Let me check in the computer, in the system. I found one of the rooms available. Bechavod. And the guy said to himself, fine. One thing is the room. The other thing is the dining room. He's going to eat there. It's not comfortable. The guy is not getting showers. I don't know exactly what's the... So he told him, listen, I got you a place where to eat. It's booked in the dining room. You're going to eat it with the workers. But don't worry, the food is going to be amazing. The son comes to his dad. Daddy, we're already fulfilling mitzvah. Let's stay till the end. He convinced his dad, and he agreed to put him in the regular dining room. Rabotai, that day, the son went biking in one of the mountains. I remember the story, by the way. And the son fell into one of the valleys. The son was rushed to the hospital. He got hit in the head. And the father was called by the doctors, telling him that the son in any minute is passing away. They made all type of scans and everything. The situation inside the head, blood all over, there is no chance. He said that a week later, being in the hospital, the kid opened his eyes and he started to get better and better. He was, after 4 months in the hospital, he was released. He got into the U.S., into New York. He came to one of the doctors over here. They showed him the x-ray that he had and all the scans that he had back then. And they did new scans. The doctor over here said, this is not the same head. Those are two different heads. According to regular medication, it's not possible, such a thing. And the father said, I'm sure. That same day that my son did chesed, that's the chesed that he saved me. You know what Rabbeinu Yonah writes? It says, Rabbeinu Yonah, whoever does chesed, whoever is able to give tzedakah, says Rabbeinu Yonah, even if he had a fixed isurim is suffering. And he goes even further. The Rambam writes that a person who made a sin, according to the level of sin, that's the level of kapara that he has to pass. There are certain sins that not only Teshuvah helps, not only Yom Kippurim helps, not only the day of death will help, a person has to pass through suffering in this world as part of the kapara. Says Rabbeinu Yonah that a person who does chesed avoid himself the isurim that he deserved because of his sins. And the kapara is without the isurim, just because doing chesed, just because giving tzedakah. The Gemara writes, chesed, it's not only tzedakah. A greater chesed is by only giving a nice word, a giving a smile, helping somebody else, caring about somebody. That's the chesed. There is a story by the Arizal. The Arizal was sitting in Tzfat with his students. And all of a sudden he stopped his learning. And he says right now to one of his students, we're collecting money from all of us, whatever you can give. This fellow is going to go, he's going to run to a rabbi in the middle of the city. Rabbi Yehuda Tantz. Go to this man, right away give him the money. So what happened, Rabbi? We're in the middle of learning. The rabbi said there is a terrible decree about to happen, because this rabbi, Rabbi Yehuda Tantz, something happened to him right now, and he's crying because he have no parnasah. And in Shamayim there is judgment on the whole entire city. How come that there is a poor in the city and no one cares about him? What's the decree? Supposed to come arbe. How do you say arbe? Arbe is langostas. Help me out. Grasshoppers. Yeah, grasshoppers. A whole bunch of grasshoppers supposed to come to the city, and they're going to destroy everything. The student, he raised some money. He ran into the house of this rabbi. Gets to his house. He finds the rabbi crying. He says, "What are you crying for? Listen, I had my only vassals to have some water, got broken. Now how are we going to leave? Automatically, he took out the money. He said, don't worry, this is for you. Have everything and enjoy from it. When he comes back, the rabbi said, with a huge smile, the decree was over. They were sitting and learning, and then they hear noise. Terrible noise. They see how all those grasshoppers are coming to Tzfat. The students started to be scared. He says to the rabbi, Rabbi, you told us that. Don't worry. They're not going to get into Tzfat. Right away, they're going to move into the Kinneret. They're going to all drown. That's what happened. Rabotai, we have no idea how an action of Chesed can make and change in our lives. You think, what I did today? I just helped this fellow. I just gave my parking lot. So what? We have no idea what one action can save. There is a rabbi in Eretz Israel. His name is Rav Ishai Velis. This man, I think is Ishai, doesn't matter. Last name Velis. This man is the head of one of the most greatest organizations of Kiruv in Eretz Israel. The organization is called Arachim. This man said the following story. He says that he was in Tel Aviv and he gets a phone call. There's a lady that is crying on the phone, telling the rabbi, her son, went to Spain to learn in one of the universities about history. And the parents didn't know about what was happening exactly with their son. He got close to Christianity and unfortunately decided to convert to Christianity. Not only that, he met a girl, Christian girl, and he's already closed up that he's getting married to this girl. And right now he's just here in Israel for a few days and weeks. He's going to take up all his belongings, and he's going to go back to Barcelona, to Spain, to get married to the Goya. Rabbi, you must save our son. I don't know your son. I don't know you. I have no way how to get into contact with him. Especially that you probably spoke with him and he doesn't care about it. Rabbi, you must do something. To make the long story short, the rabbi said, okay, send your son tomorrow to the supermarket. I'm going to try to do something. He says they send the son. The mother explained to the rabbi how it looks. The rabbi found him. He waited until the fellow was waiting in line to pay. And then he went behind the guy. And in the middle, the rabbi tells the man, do you mind to just, watch my cart? I'm just going 1 second to buy something and I'm coming back. No problem, go. He went, he came back. And then the rabbi just said one sentence. I'm doubting if what I did was correct or not. It's not nice. There are people behind me. And I'm going to buy stuff and to put it. It's not nice. Maybe I should go to the beginning of the line. What do you think? Well, the guy said, what do you care? Everybody does it. Yeah, but everybody is everybody. This is Judaism. Torah. We have to follow. Rabotai, from that conversation, they started to talk. And the rabbi was able to convince the fellow to come tomorrow to a whole series of shiurim that Arachim are doing. The guy stayed the whole Arachim program. At night, he stood up, and the guy took up the microphone, and he says, I was about to get married to a Goya. Right now I changed my mind, but I'm scared that I will regret about the decision. So I'm calling right now my girlfriend to break with her in front of everybody. Then he said, and I'm scared that I'm gonna regret. I want right now the rabbi to find me my belongings. I want to go to yeshiva. Says the boy went to yeshiva. Years pass, and one day Rabbi Valis went to Mexico, to collect some money for the organization. He gets to Mexico, and then there is one man that approached him. Rabbi, you recognize me? No. He says, an avrech with a beer, who are you? I am that boy. The Spanish that I got in Spain helped me out to work today in Kiruv and to save much more nefashot than what you did. So he says, sometimes one action of chesed, it's not only by helping somebody, helping him, to get some power. Let's take the advantage, and Be'ezat Hashem, Borei Olam will give to all of us Bercha, Amen, Amen.